Apple, you have heard of them. You're probably watching this on some sort of Apple device, either a MacBook or an iPhone or an iPad or something else. They sold 31.2 million iPhones last quarter, but believe it or not, they're not doing that well. Let's take a look at some numbers. So this is Apple sales and profit, and you can see that their profit has fallen 22% in the past quarter. Their stock has dropped 40% in the last 10 months. That seems completely crazy to me. And in the current quarter, they're expected to underperform Wall Street expectations. And I think this leads to a lot of interesting stuff, because is this about just sort of general technology fatigue? We've definitely had a theme in this episode. I didn't even intend on it being that way. Is this general technology fatigue? Is there something about Apple that we're all starting to get a little tired of? You know, they have this new commercial now where
Made in California.
Made in California,
and it's all warm and fuzzy.
Yes. Oh no, it doesn't say made in California. It says designed in California.
I'm sorry, right, because it's not made. It's
right,
not made.
Because
the
they don't.
we were having.
Right, because they don't say made in China.
Yep.
They say designed in California, and it feels very lovely.
And you're basically back in Steve Jobs' garage with him. That's the kind of vibe they're trying to get you to reconnect to.
Yeah. So are we having a little Apple fatigue right now, that this stuff, we all have all of this stuff now, and that maybe they're becoming, you know, they did that famous 1984 commercial way back when, trying to take down Microsoft, but now they've become the monolith.
I'm willing to say, I don't know where this is coming from, because I don't see any fatigue amongst anybody. I mean, they may get sick of the products at times, but they don't stop buying it. I don't see any of that happening.
It's cool to say you're sick of it.
Yeah.
You have an iPhone, I assume?
No.
You don't?
I'm one of
Rebel.
those. I'm one of those. Yeah.
He's a rebel.
What do you got?
I'm an Android. I'm the Galaxy user.
Wow. I wish they would have told me that.
And the same with the tablet. Yeah, I did
I'm not
the
talking to
phone
him now.
and the user. But my girlfriend has the exact opposite. She has the iPad and she has all the Apple products. She has the MacBook and all this stuff. So she pushes that side. So it's still in the house. So it's still permeating the finances somewhere in the household. So it works that way. So everyone has it connected with it in some way. But as we were speaking about earlier, what are you going to go to? The next that is just as much of a pain in your ass as the one before. Each of them has their pluses and their minuses. Yeah. I don't know how this is going down again. I'm stumped.
Yeah. I think it's two things. I think there is a little bit of Apple fatigue. I think we have lost connection to the brand because Steve Jobs died. But I also think this is a bunch of Wall Street bullshit. This is all this is to me. This is
that's why I didn't get too in depth. Let's throw those numbers up again.
Your
for just a
$7 billion in profits isn't enough for Wall Street.
Right.
This is the endless cancer growth that Wall Street wants. It's about endless growth. It's about endless progress. Nothing on the planet of the natural world has endless growth except for cancer. And Wall Street, and we have no concept in our economy anymore about limitations. That if it doesn't keep growing, that if it's plateauing, it's all a fear. It's like, this company is clearly going through changes. Yes, I think there is some general fatigue about like what is the, when the iPod came out, it was like, oh, gotta have that iPhone, gotta have that iPad. Yes, they're figuring it out. What's going to be the next iteration in all of this? Yeah. But this is Wall Street bullshit. This is the stuff I hate about our economy, that it's run by, your earnings each quarter.
Right, because they're saying,
we live and die by these things.
Right, and they're saying that they sold 31.2 million iPhones in the quarter. That's an incredible amount. I think it might be their best quarter ever, and yet it's still, because of the Wall Street numbers, it still makes it seem like something ain't right.
Right, yeah. It's a skewed, skewed standards, and we've all bought into, we got to hear the Wall Street numbers, the Dow Jones numbers today, and it's like this, for the most part, is meaningless to 99% of us.
Now, does it transcend to consumers now to hear these numbers and say, oh, I love Apple products.
Right.
I need to go buy more to make sure they stay afloat.
Maybe, yeah.
That's a really messed up person if they're like, oh man, Apple only made 400. I gotta help my
Apple out.
Yeah. You're thinking like it's the mom and pop shop down the street from where you grew up. You're like, let's support our mom and pop shop so they can stay afloat. Do we think that about these super corporations too?
And I have a little other version of that, which is we do try to find meaning in these numbers because we don't really are connected to them. So we think, oh, maybe Apple isn't doing as well. And so I think maybe some people then may pull back from the brand a little bit to see like, well, maybe they're not the coolest thing out there. Let's see what's going to happen. Google's got this, all these other weird shit's coming out.
I do think it's possible that they're a victim of their own success in this way. I actually got a new MacBook or Air or whatever a couple months ago. And when I went into the store, you know, they greet you immediately. And the guy, I knew I was going to get one. It was very obvious from the initial. I wasn't, you're not haggling over price at Apple. You're taking it, and that's it. But I felt that the guy was so dismissive. Like, they know you're walking in to buy it.
Agreed.
Like, they think they're so cool. Like, yeah, you want this thing. Let's just do this. You know, and it's like maybe they actually are suffering from their own success.
I agree, and I've had some bad service there, and we've gotten some response from some managers because of that. But the thing is, at Christmas time, my husband and I went to the mall, and there was the Apple store, and then there was a new Internet Explorer store, and they wear the t-shirts like the Apple store. They had designed it just like the Apple store. There were 2 customers in the Internet Explorer store, 25 guys working there, women working there. You couldn't even get near the Apple store. There was a line to get in, and it was like, okay, no matter what, Apple's fine. Apple's doing fine.
They're doing okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, how do we get you to get on Apple? Because they need you, man.
We do. We need
They
you.
need you.
My stock needs you.
Yeah, these I've tweeted about this as well. Like I just have my things about iPhone, iPad users. First of all, your phone is never charged. Every time you come to anyone's house, there's a barbecue, there's a party.
Yeah.
Does anyone have an Apple charger? Does anyone have a charger?
Battery
oh, I
issues.
lost my charger. Oh no, I left it in the car. I said, well, if it's never charged, bring it with you. I'm okay. This is just hating on you guys.
Yeah.
No,
But,
Wow, just let it out. Let it out.
but like, and then it's one of our other coworkers. He got his iPhone, dropped it. The corner hit the floor. It was a carpeted store. Whole screen shattered. Is this screen made of like the thinnest of
Very
thin
dusty.
glass? I don't get it. I've seen 30% of people with iPhones have a cracked screen.
Yeah.
Web,
Well, you'd have to
spiderweb.
talk to the manufacturers in China
Yes.
because it's only designed.
In California.
They designed the paper thin glass here, but then they create it in China.
Yeah.